Hello students and welcome to this explanation on the new definition of an asset. This is a question called PSP Limited. It reads, PSP Limited is a company that manufactures and markets portable computer game consoles. The company has been listed on the JSE for the past 3 years. The company has just developed a new console that will be released soon. The console makes use of new technology that leads to the graphics of the computer games being very realistic. In order to introduce the new console to the public, the company has put a number of large advertising boards along South African roads. Motorists are able to see the advertisements about the new console when they are traveling to their destinations. Smaller versions of these advertising boards have also been put in the shopping malls across South Africa in order to make sure that potential users who are teenagers are aware of the new console. The marketing department of PSP indicated that 100 advertisement boards at a total of 150,000 Rand were put up. This includes the cost of the design of the advertisement, which was handled by an independent graphics studio. PSP Limited obtained permission from the relevant municipalities to keep up the advertisement boards for 30 days, and no party other than PSP are allowed to remove the boards before this expiry date. You are an independent consultant that specializes in the accounting treatment of technical matters. The financial director approached you regarding a number of issues which he is uncertain about. First, he wants to know what the correct accounting treatment of the advertisement boards is. All right, then in the required part, they ask you to discuss whether the advertisement boards meet the definition of an asset in terms of the conceptual framework. Again, I've set up a spreadsheet for us. I just want to increase the size and then we can talk about it. So the first thing you do is you're going to put down the definition of an asset. So I'm going to start with a present economic resource. And it is controlled by the entity due to past events. Right, so let's see if these advertisement boards are able to comply with the definition. So firstly, we're going to start with what the term present economic resource means, and that is a right that can potentially produce economic benefits. So it can be argued that this PSP has the right to display advertisement boards due to the fact that it was granted to it being granted by the municipality. However, I want to look at the fact of potential economic benefits. It cannot be said that potential economic benefits are obtained as there is no certainty that the new console, I want to insert another line, will be purchased by and they say specifically that potential users are teenagers. So just because you put up an advertisement doesn't mean that people are going to come and buy that specific item. You can try to persuade them to buy it, but there is no certainty that they will definitely come and purchase whatever it is that you've advertised. Then controlled by the entity, I'm going to say that the boards are controlled by the entity as they have, or as it has selected a specific designer to design it, and also the municipality granted it permission to display boards display boards for 30 days. No other entity are allowed this. So no other entity can display their boards. Only the specific PSP Limited can display their boards. So they have control also over where the boards are displayed and how large they are. Because they do talk about having bigger ones next to roads and then having smaller ones. So they have quite a bit of control. Then due to past events, these past events will specifically refer to the fact that the advertisement boards have already been designed and put up. All right, so here I'm going to say in my conclusion, I just want to quickly put that in a block. I'm going to say that it does not mean it does not meet the definition of an asset, because we cannot say, let me just fix this quickly, we cannot say that it is probable that it will produce economic benefits. So that is the portion that disqualifies this. So I'm going to say my conclusion is it does not meet the definition of an asset, as there is no certainty that economic benefits will be produced. Right, then we need to go and look at the recognition criteria, and again also consider how that would be interpreted. So the first recognition criteria is around relevance. And relevance refers to the certainty that the element exists and that it is probable that there will be economic benefits produced. So it looks at two things, and therefore we can say it cannot be said that an asset exists as there is uncertainty around the inflow of economic benefits as a result of displaying the advertisement board. second one we need to look at is faithful representation. Let me just increase the size here. That is so frustrating when it's this small. Right, so faithful representation, what do we consider there? We need to consider the measurement needs to be considered here. And we can say that the cost of the boards can be measured reliably as 150,000 Rand, yet it is uncertain. It is uncertain. I want to say it is uncertain. They are uncertain of the amount that can be collected or the economic benefits that can be collected. So we don't know, because of this advertisement board, we will collect 100,000 Rand money because of the sales of consoles, or we will collect 200,000 Rand. So it can be said that the cost of the boards can be measured reliably as 150,000, but it is uncertain what amount of economic benefits will flow to the entity due to console sales. So we don't know the amount that will be collected. What is the conclusion here? I'm going to conclude that it does not meet the recognition criteria as there is uncertainty around the inflow of economic benefit and the value of such benefits. Then the overall conclusion will be that there is no asset here. So we're going to conclude, final conclusion. The advert boards cannot be recognized or accounted for as assets. All right, so that is then the interpretation and definition as it pertains to the revised conceptual framework. I hope that you've learned something in this video, and I will then definitely see you in some of my next explanations.